This match is scheduled for one fall and is for the podcast championship of the world. Introducing first, your champions had a combined knowledge of over 9,000, spanning over sports, gaming, anime, and more. John Campese, John DiMartino, and John Daly. Triple J!
Hello and welcome back to episode number 6 of the Triple J podcast. I am your host. My name is John DiMartino. To my left,
John Daly.
and sitting in front of me.
John Campese.
And welcome back, guys.
Hello.
How's everybody doing?
Swell.
Nice sweater, Daly.
Thank you.
You're looking like Mr. Rogers over here.
Is that a compliment? I don't know.
I like Mr. Rogers.
Good.
He's cool, Mr. Rogers.
Yeah. How you doing, Campese?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Doing good. How about you?
I'm good. You're looking good.
Thank you.
I
You
like
too.
I like the hoodie.
Thank you.
It's looking pretty spicy.
It is very spicy.
Multiple colors. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
That is Venom.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. I couldn't tell.
Yep.
It just looked like colors all over the place. So I was just like, what is happening?
Yeah.
So welcome back. This is, like I said, episode 6.
6.
So, big 6, Daily.
big 6.
The big 6. Not the big 5.
Big 06.
Oh, wow. So, let's talk some news stuff. Super Bowl happened on
Super
Sunday.
Bowl happened.
This past Sunday. We're
Yep.
pre-recording this on the 6th. So, we had the San Francisco 49ers playing the Kansas City Chiefs.
It was too easy for Patrick Mahomes, let me tell you.
I don't know
It was
if it was
pretty
too
real.
easy. It was not, Daly.
It was not,
He
but
did
the
not
meme-
play a good game. I'm sorry.
The fourth quarter he did.
That was one quarter out of 4, excuse me.
The defense
count.
did their job until they gave up.
I don't know if the defense necessarily... I mean, the defense did okay. You know, Mahomes, I don't think, did super well. I don't think well enough to earn him the MVP. I'll say that.
Who do you think should have been the MVP?
For the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Well, only because I don't know anybody outside of Mahomes. I don't know.
Travis Kelce.
Sure. Look at you. Wow. Daly over here knowing sport ball. He only knows these guys can't piece, by the way, because we watched Chisel the Don. This is NFL commentary
You wouldn't
videos.
know that. To be fair, you wouldn't know half of them either.
That's fair. You're not wrong. You know, I mean, look, the Chiefs overall played okay. I think both teams played okay. I think the refs made some bad calls, but what's new in the NFL?
Not that bad. This wasn't as everyone I'm hearing. Only official people
Yeah.
are saying that the calls weren't that bad.
I don't know. I think, okay, so there was that one play. I don't remember who it is. I'm sorry. When Mahomes is trying to throw it into the end zone.
Yeah.
And the guy on the 49ers is like almost on top of the guy in the Chiefs. And like he's not touching him or anything. And they call that pass interference or whatever they called it, which I didn't feel was correct because it's not like he did anything other than put his hands up and, you know, start dancing or something. Not that he was doing that, but
Well,
I
it
don't
was
know.
something.
That, and I don't agree with the touchdown when his foot was clearly out of bounds.
It wasn't out of bounds. If you look, it
Yeah.
crossed the boundary
Yeah.
before his other foot went out of bounds.
Right, but his first foot was out of bounds.
No, it wasn't.
I think it was.
If you look, his foot was clearly outside the white boundary. And then he crossed the boundary, and his second foot went out of
I
bounds.
don't know. I think it's a reach. I think it's a little bit of a reach.
You're
Can't be-
saying that it isn't is a reach. Because they did it from like 12 different angles.
Yeah, and one of those angles wasn't right. The angle that they used. Look, I really don't care all that much. I don't have that big of a stake in it. The only person in my house that like cared that much was my dad because he, for some reason, liked the 49ers. And I'm like, Dad, why do you like the 49ers? And he's like, Joe Montana. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, because he's also a Jets fan. I'm like, oh, we're the Jets. Just because I'm not super privy to the world of football.
Neither am I.
You know what I mean? So I was just like, oh, were the Jets just not good those years? And he's just like, nope.
When are the Jets good?
Ooh. The one time they won one Super Bowl.
Yes.
But yeah, what'd you guys think of the halftime show?
I actually did not watch the halftime show.
It's fair.
I was
I
like,
enjoyed
whatever.
it. I wish that they played Jenny from the Block a little bit longer. Because that song, I'm only going to use this meme once, okay? Because I hate phrases like this, but I'm going to use it once. The song still slaps.
That's fair.
I use that term.
Of course you do.
When you're around musicians who say it all the time, it grows on you.
It's fair.
That's fair.
I thought it was a good showing.
That's
I don't really care for
I
it.
didn't watch. I can't compare it to last year's because I watched NXT's halftime heat, which was much better than the actual halftime show.
I wasn't gonna say, but I enjoyed last year's halftime show.
Of course, you did.
And
I thought it was funny.
Who played last year's halftime show?
Adam Levine. With
Oh,
he
Maroon
did-
5.
Maroon
yes.
5, yeah.
I like Maroon 5 first album era.
Sure.
They mixed that into some of their albums.
Yeah.
Like
Eh.
that old school style is like they don't, because it was like just because we're played really often doesn't mean we shouldn't like not play the music
Right.
that people like us for.
They played a lot off the first album last year's Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Did they? I don't know. I was watching halftime heat. I was watching Ricochet and Aleister Black and Velveteen Dream, who came back this past week.
That is true.
And against who was it? It was Adam Cole, Tommaso Ciampa, and Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
That was way better than whatever Maroon 5 was putting on.
To be fair, I was
just
kind
found
of
it-
bored with when I watched halftime heat after the fact. I was kind of bored. To be fair.
It's fair. I mean, how can you follow up halftime heat? You can't. Sorry.
Well, I mean, I found it bored. That's fair.
So,
Yeah,
any other thoughts, Daly? Because Campese, he's not big into football. So
that's fair.
I'm gonna
Super Bowl,
kinda
I thought
leave
was
it.
fun. This was for a low-scoring game. It was pretty intense.
Yeah, it was a big win for them, too.
Yes,
Yep,
the Chiefs
50 years.
win their first Super Bowl in 50 years. So, good for them.
Andy Reid's first in 25 years.
It's first ever.
First ever, yeah.
Yeah.
25 years of coaching.
25. Yeah. Well, it's his 21st season as a head coach.
Yeah,
Because
that's
they're,
like,
they're not counting like when he wasn't a head coach.
yeah,
They're
but
only
like they're
counting-
saying, like in the 25 years he's
Yes.
been a coach
Yeah, yeah.
in any position of
Yes.
a team.
So, any other stuff we want to cover before getting into our main topic, boys?
I think that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, right?
like you said, Velveteen Dream came back last
Yes.
night on NXT.
Yes. So that was pretty good, I
They
guess.
pretty much confirmed that we're gonna get Flair versus Ripley at
Yes.
Takeover at
Good.
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. Good. We
It's gonna be
take
fun.
those.
It's gonna be fun.
Take those.
Be a
We
great
enjoy
match.
those. We'll talk about those stuff
Later day.
Later date time.
Later
But,
date time.
So Campese,
Dima?
friend, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Would you care to introduce our topic for today?
Today's topic, we are going to be talking about video games. Video games we've been playing recently.
And like, how long would you say? Like recently, would you consider?
I'd
Recently?
say like in the past 2-3 years.
Okay.
Is that too far out, or is that
No, I think 2. I think 2 years is a good
2 years?
cutoff. So daily, what you been playing, man? I know most of what you're playing, but I'm gonna ask anyways because sometimes you surprise me with the things you play.
I've been recently.
Yeah.
I've been playing just things I find I'm interested in that's on Xbox Game Pass.
That was super specific, Campese. I'm like waiting for him to be like, all right, so I'm playing this game on Xbox right now, and I'm playing this on Switch, and I'm playing this on PS4, and then he's just like, whatever piques my interest.
On
Freaking-
that I have on Xbox Game Pass. Like I'm playing Hollow Knight currently.
There you go. You see, look,
What's that game about?
That game is about. It's a Metroidvania style game.
explain that for people that don't know what that means.
If you ever seen Metroid, it's a 2D like adventure platformer, and then there's Castlevania, which is a similar but different kind of 2D platformer style game, and it takes the two kind of the power up system and the kind of like the general. It's the mixing of two different styles of game. Think of like on the PlayStation 1, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. That's the kind of style of. That's what
game.
people call a Metroidvania.
Gotcha.
And in this game, it's a bunch of bugs, and they're all getting sick. And
As they do.
Yes, and you play this knight character, who
No, wait, really? No. Shit, dude.
and you have to go
Thought you
and
played Steve.
you just descend through this ruins of the city down till you find whatever's causing it.
That sounds interesting.
Then
Yeah.
I'm playing Doom, which whatever, 2016.
The new one?
Yeah, because Eternal's coming out in like a month. So I'm playing that on Nightmare, and I'm not getting anywhere, and I'm probably going to drop it.
Anything else you've been playing as of late?
Not really.
No.
No.
Haven't
I know everything you think you want me to say, and
don't know.
I'm literally telling you I've dropped most of it outside of wanting to get into Pokemon because of G-Max toxicity,
Yes. Which, that's for what? Until March 8th, right?
something like that. I know we're doing on Saturday.
Yes. We're going hunting. We're going on safari.
We're going on the safari zone.
Get your safari gear. Get your hat. Get
Get
your
your
little
safari
rain
balls.
hat. Get your button up. You gotta look like what's his name? Jack Black in
Jumanji.
In Jumanji. Yeah, if you're not dressed to the nines like that daily, we can't. It's unacceptable.
That's
We're out of
fair.
there. Campese.
Demo.
Hi.
Hi.
Talk to me, friend. What are you playing right now?
Lately, well, since Daly introduced me to Game Pass, I mean, I knew of it, but I didn't
Right.
know the specifics of it until I saw him playing it, and it got me back into Gears of War, mainly 2 and 3, because they were, all of them were available on Game Pass,
Right.
but those are my two favorite. So I was just playing the campaign on those,
Okay.
a bit of the multiplayer, but
Are you like alternating between the two?
I'm
or you-
alternating.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. And I finally, just last night, put in Outer Worlds.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, if you don't know what Outer Worlds is, it's basically if Fallout was an actual RPG game.
In space.
In
space.
space. It's
Playing
made by Obsidian. They made Fallout New Vegas.
Yes.
I like it so far. I haven't played too much into it. I'm only like on the first few quests.
Okay.
But yeah, I definitely want to talk about that at a later date.
Yeah,
but
we can do that.
so far the game is fantastic.
How you liking Gears 3?
Gears 3 is fun. That's probably my most favorite out of all
Yeah,
three.
that's the only one that I really know because I don't have an Xbox. Mm-hmm. So I would go over to a friend's house, and me and another friend we would play Gears 3, and we would just go and play through like the fighting all the waves and stuff.
Yeah.
On the big screen, so that's pretty fun. I just liked using the gun with the chainsaw.
Oh, the Lancer.
Yeah, the Lancer.
fun.
I literally until you just said that, I could not for the life of me remember the name of it, and I would just like when nothing else fails or works, you just go in with the chainsaw part and just is great.
There was a glitch. I don't know if this glitch happened on Gears 2 and 3, but in the Gears 1 multiplayer,
Yeah.
you could like do the chainsaw thing if you had the shotgun. But like it would just do the animation and like about 5-10 seconds later your body just explodes.
Interesting.
That's fantastic.
I don't know.
I hated it. It happened to me all the time. It pissed me off.
It's still funny.
What else?
Not
you,
that it happened to you, but it's just funny in general.
That's
yeah. What else are you playing?
fair. Playing Breath of the Wild again.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I have to get on doing that at some point.
Yeah, it's a fantastic game. It's slowly creeping up to become my favorite Zelda game, like above Ocarina of Time.
Now, this is your second playthrough of it, or are you doing like the DLC from?
Second playthrough.
Okay. Are you doing on like a harder difficulty or anything?
No, I'm doing it regular. Just want to go through it again.
It's fair. It's fair. It's a good game.
I play games mainly for story, not for the difficulty.
That's fair. Understandable. That's how
The
I
only
do it,
reason,
too.
the only difficulty change anyone would really want to play on the Zelda game is Master Quest, which just flips the map around.
That's true. Well, the DLC for Breath of the Wild is harder, I would say. You know, depending if you know your Zelda, then you know you might. I don't want to say fly through it, but you'll do good.
Are you talking about the Master Sword stuff?
Yeah.
Nah, it's not difficult.
Hmm.
You just need to know what you're doing. You need to
I
plan
guess
that
so.
way, like literally from like the start until each break. You need to know like, exactly what you're doing, where
Right,
you're gonna
right.
go, and
Yes.
what you're picking up.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm watching. There's a YouTuber Syriax who he's mainly known for Dragon Ball stuff, but he's also a big Legend of Zelda fan, and he's playing through Breath of the Wild for the first time in preparation for the second one, and he was doing the Master Sword quest. And there's the one part, I think it was the Master Sword quest at least. It was the part where they put you on the island and you don't have anything on you.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So he's going to fight the Stone Talus.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And like he's doing it the wrong way, but it's still working.
Of course.
And I'm just like, no, that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. Oh, okay. No, go ahead. Continue. You're good.
You do you.
Carry on, friend.
Speaking of difficulty stuff, I forgot. I'm playing Kingdom Hearts 3 on critical mode.
I've heard the critical mode is hard on that.
It's hard, but if you're playing it on New Game Plus and you have the Ultimate Weapon, it's like Prod mode difficulty. You just pretty much need to know what you're doing.
Fair enough.
You need
If
to
something was called critical mode and wasn't difficult, I'd be upset.
if you start the game on critical mode without like any New Game Plus or carrying anything over you, then yeah, it's extremely difficult. Because even then, like you have to start. You have to do like 2 or
even
3
for an
fights.
experienced
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts player, you would say.
Keith has a problem with it. Like he's playing through it again. I think on critical right now,
Yes.
or he played it on critical leading up to the DLC,
Okay.
which I think made him drop down to Proud or something like that. I don't know, but yeah,
Interesting.
I'm working on critical mode so I can unlock Oblivion. Just so you know, that's how you unlock Oblivion.
Okay.
You unlock Oblivion by being in critical mode, and then you unlock
You have
Oathkeeper.
to beat something specific in critical mode, or
No,
you
just have a critical mode clear.
Oh, okay.
And then
Keeper.
and then Oathkeeper is collecting all 90 lucky emblems.
Okay,
Interesting.
that one's easier.
Yeah, that
Good
one's
stuff.
a lot easier.
Good stuff. You
And
playing?
then when you get both of them, you can duel both of them.
Ooh,
That's
You
awesome.
can just become Roxas. Yeah.
That's cool.
doing a little dual wielding.
Yep.
Yep, that would be
Pretty
fun.
spicy. Are you playing anything else, Campese?
No, that's it for now. I'm probably gonna play Code Vein in the next few days.
It's fun. It's new. The new DLC came out.
It's a good variety you got going on.
Yep. What about you? What are you playing?
So right now, as of yesterday, I just finished doing my Gmax Milcery raids. So
God bless.
Well, so here's the thing, though, right? So I have all of them, and so for anybody that doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about, Pokemon Sword and Shield. There's a Pokemon called Milcery, and which I just mispronounced it the first time, but whatever. Milcery and Alcremie. Now, Alcremie's thing, it's this little like cake-looking Pokemon.
I'd say it's more like a drop of milk.
Yeah, it's cream.
milk,
Right? Yeah,
Milcery.
yes. Well, no, I'm talking about Alcremie.
Oh, I thought you meant Milcery.
Right.
My apologies.
Well, I'm getting there. So Alcremie has 63, technically 64 if you count the shiny, different forms, varying types of creams, and then 7 different like sweet toppings or whatever they're called.
Shouldn't you say it's double because of the shiny? Because each one has a shiny.
No, they don't have a unique shiny.
Really? They don't have a shiny for each
I don't think so.
thing. I'm pretty sure they do.
I have no idea. I haven't seen it. And
Have
even
fun.
if they did, I wouldn't
Have
do
fun.
all the shiny versions. I don't got that kind of mental stability. So anyways, so the pre-evolved form Milcery.
Yes.
So now they're doing a raid, I think it was like a week long, where you can catch Milcery, the pre-evolved form, with the Gigantamax trait, because in Sword and Shield, Gigantamax, only certain species of certain Pokemon can Gigantamax.
Yes.
So by having a Milcery and then evolving it, you can have any form of Alcremie be able to Gigantamax.
Yes.
So what I did for the past several days was went in and I caught however many Milcery I needed so that I could have all of them with the proper suite. Now, I haven't evolved them yet because I don't know if I have the mental capacity
To do all the spinning.
Right, because knowing me, I'm going to be like, oh, okay, because it's like very specific. It's like, oh, you got to have it holding this suite and you got to spin it counterclockwise for like 10 seconds at night doing the thing or whatever. And it's just like, knowing me, I'm going to screw that up somehow and I'm going to get pissed.
And then you just save scum.
I guess so. Now, if somebody wants to be like really nice and do it for me, that would
How
be
much?
much appreciated.
How much?
How much? I don't
How
know.
much?
I don't know. We'll talk.
Buy me lunch on Saturday, or even.
That's fine.
There we go.
Okay, cool. There we go. Dale's going to do it for me.
All right.
So
That's something for me to do.
There you go. And then, what?
Something else we got to do.
Yes.
Power Rangers got an update.
It did. Just aesthetically, it did.
Well, now you and I can play anywhere because
This
they
is
got
true.
full crossplay.
This is true. This is true.
Now I need to buy it.
There you go. I mean, it's only $20
Yes.
plus the DLC, so that's not bad.
Is the DLC one still on sale?
I have no idea.
I'll
The
have to figure that
collector's
out.
edition you're
Yeah.
talking about?
That has all the DLC in it? I think it
maybe, I'm
might
not
still
sure.
be on sale. We got to figure that out.
Maybe, I don't know. But so aesthetically, they just like changed up like the versus screen. I don't know if you've seen it.
I have not.
So basically, you remember how like when we would select a character, and then like it kind of gives you like that little like a pennant thing that shows like which ranger
Yeah.
you picked. Okay, so now when you pick, and it shows your team, it shows like more of like the actual like model of the character, and then in the background it shows which Megazord you picked. And then they changed up the the whole screen is changed because I think they changed the layout also.
Yeah.
And then they changed the layout for the when you're picking the stage.
Okay.
And then I think what else did they change aesthetically? They changed something else aesthetically, I believe. I don't remember. I was looking at the trailer earlier. But I don't
Talking
remember.
about fighting games made me remember Evo.
Yes.
Evo made their announcement
Yes.
of the 9 games that are going to be at Evo.
Yes.
Big shock is that they're bringing back MVCI2.
Yes.
Not MVCI2, MVC2.
Yes. Well,
It's
from my
25th understanding.
Right.
It's 25th anniversary.
Right. That's why I'm understanding why they brought it back was specifically for that reason.
And then Mortal Kombat's probably, and NetherRealm Studios is probably doing their own.
yeah, because they got
tournament.
kicked off of it.
They didn't get kicked off. It's reverse. You have to give permission to be on there.
Oh, really?
They
I don't
ask
know
you and then you
I
give
don't know-
permission.
I don't know how Evo
That's
works.
why
just know
I was
it's a
gonna-
bunch of fighting games.
That's why I was gonna tell Lutz in the chat. Don't be so happy because it's the other way around.
Oh, okay. I don't care.
and he shouldn't be happy because like the last 2 characters have been a lot of fun.
Sure. I don't really
They make the
care.
game a lot better.
I don't have a stake in Evo.
That's fair.
To be fair, I don't really
That's fair.
watch like any fighting tournaments.
Power Rangers
because-
almost made it though.
They did.
They said that we had to choose between 2 different games. I forget, Power Rangers or another game, and they were like, "Well, we're gonna choose this game not because this game is bad. It's actually a
Right.
really good fighting game.
Yeah.
Just there's more.
They
people,
have
more people who play that.
yeah they have a
Under-
league tournament that
Yes.
day.
They-
Anyways, so.
Mortal Kombat's gonna be there as its
Right.
own kind
Well,
of
they
personal tournament.
had already said like long before like
yeah.
oh hey we're gonna have a tournament there.
It's gonna be a bunch of different tournaments. So they're just not
right.
the showcase tournaments. Anyway,
Yeah, that's fine.
as we were saying, I just
Yeah,
had-
no, that's
that
fine,
was
'cause
a
I
nice bit of
haven't-
interesting news.
Yeah, I haven't played that in a little bit, but we'll get back into that. So anyway, so you're gonna make me my all 63. Well, a little less because I already have a couple Gmax
That's fair.
L3s. And then prepping also to catch, as you said earlier, get those Gmax Toxtricities.
Yep.
Now apparently, from what I understand, the Gmax is gonna be version exclusive. Well, like its base is gonna be version exclusive. So like you know how like there's the amped and then there's the
Yeah.
low key.
Yeah.
So I think it's if you play shield, it's the low key, and then if you play sword, it's the amped.
Okay,
So
that's kind of dumb, but whatever.
well, yeah. I mean, I wanted both anyways because
Okay.
I'm gonna get greedy because I'm doing that live decks.
Of course.
Got to be greedy.
And then if you're doing a live deck, you gotta get every single one of them.
That's what I'm saying. That's my problem.
Which is worse again, Minior or Alcremie?
Alcremie by far is worse because like Minior was annoying. So Minior, for anybody that doesn't know, is a Generation 7 Pokemon Sun and Moon Pokemon, and it's this little asteroid-looking guy who has 7 different colors. Mm-hmm. So now I was flying through this, right? Camp Easy.
Yep.
I get down to the 7th one. I don't remember which color it was. Daly's probably just gonna be like, "Oh, it was the blue one randomly or
I
something."
think it was either the blue or the orange one.
I don't know.
Maybe the yellow.
Maybe whatever color it was. And I just couldn't find it for the life of me. That was annoying.
And part of the problem is also you don't know it unless you fight it, so you might accidentally
you
kill
have,
it.
Right, you have to like weaken them a little bit because they start out in like their like little shell, and then like when you damage them a little bit, then their shell cracks.
It's
and
like
you
a
can see
meteor,
what
and then
color it
inside
is.
the meteor is like a mineral.
core.
The core of the mineral.
Yeah.
It reminds me of hatching eggs in Pokemon Go.
Yes.
Yes, but a lot worse. Well, oh, hey
Excuse us.
computer.
Excuse us,
Sorry.
computer. Excuse us,
my
computer. We're trying to have a podcast here.
Yeah, right. What is going on? What is that?
All right. What is going on here?
Just close it out. Freaking computer.
Half of me wants to keep this in because it's funny. Because just keep. Excuse me, computer. Half of me is like, we should
right,
keep this in just because of
there
the
we go.
comedy.
Yeah. Sorry.
Apologies.
Apologize for that.
Apologize
What
for
happened
that.
there? A computer just decided,
If
hey,
we keep this in or not.
hey, there's just like this thing going on 1,000 times.
Ba-ding, ba-ding, ba-ding,
Yeah.
ba-ding,
So,
ba-ding.
anyways, so Minior, pain in my butt. The only other Pokemon I would say was a pain in the butt to get all the forms for was the Unknown in Oraz,
Yeah.
which Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. The only reason why that was annoying was because like you had to do it like on particular days, and then I was getting got all 25 letters, and then the exclamation point and the question mark, and the only thing that was missing was the stupid R. For the life of me, this dumb little Unknown in the shape of a letter R just wouldn't pop up for me, and it took me I don't even know how long. But the Alcremie thing by far, they were just like, oh. Demo was having struggles with this Minior and this Unknown crap. Cool. Now we're gonna make this other thing where there's 63 of them. Have fun. And I'm like, I hate you.
64 if you're gonna get the shiny.
I could do a shiny. I don't care.
So, also,
And then what else am I?
what if
playing?
the next one's gonna be double that? What if it's gonna be 126?
Well, then I'm gonna have to take a trip to Japan, Camp Easy. Well, we'll all go, right?
Okay.
We're gonna have some fun, and then I'm gonna be like, okay, guys, I'm gonna go to Game Freak headquarters real quick, and they'll be like, what are you doing? And I'll be like, don't worry about it.
I'll be in the Sega building.
Yeah, that's fine. And then I'm gonna have a nice little sit down talk with Mr. Miyamoto over there. Not Miyamoto, sorry. Oh my God, I'm mixing up. people.
Masuda.
Yes, thank you.
And
Gonna-
and Omori-san.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little sit down talking. We're gonna listen, guys. You need to stop. You have a problem, and if you continue, we're gonna have a problem.
They're gonna
Understand?
respond with, maybe you're the one who has a problem because you need to get all of them.
And I'm gonna be like, just give me the code so I can just have them. You swine.
And they're just gonna be like, that's not that's the point of it is to get them all on your own.
And I'm gonna be like, do I look
If
like
you
I
want
give a crap?
Don't you want something to look forward to after all that hard work, though?
watching
I guess
the
so.
2 boxes full
Yeah,
of them.
just about 2 boxes full. Oh, 2
A little
boxes
over.
and a little over because
Yeah.
it's 63.
Or 4, depending. I mean, theoretically, if you wanted to be super, crazy, you would have to get 126 of them because
Well,
there's
'cause
the
shinies
G-Max
don't
and
count.
non-G-Max.
Right.
The
Well,
G-Max and
no.
non-G-Max.
I'm just doing the
because all the
G-Max.
G-Max look the same.
Right. I just want the G-Max because I want to, when I play through Pokemon Sword,
Yes.
I can have my G-Max Shamrock sheet.
That's fair.
That's all I want. I'm not asking for a lot, Nintendo. Game Freak, whatever
Nintendi.
your names are. So what else besides drowning my sorrows into Pokemon? I'm playing a little bit. I haven't touched it in a couple days, but I'm playing a little bit more of Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution. Playing with that Feels Bad deck.
Feels
What a
Bad
great
deck.
design.
Great deck.
And by great design, I mean horribly put together. Just
But
randomly taking.
somehow works.
It somehow works. I don't know, man. I don't know what I did. I did it accidentally, and it works. So Feels Bad deck can't be. The reason why it's called Feels Bad is because in Yu-Gi-Oh, basically the whole idea now is you want to have like archetypes and like things that can search out what you need and basically fill up your board with a whole bunch of cool stuff so you can booty bop your opponent into the next century.
Okay.
Right?
Combo pieces and
Yes.
whatnot.
So I was like, what if I went the opposite?
Oh,
What
no.
if I played like 2005 format?
Not even 2005 format.
2003 format.
This is like OG format. This is like
This is the 10-year-old format.
yeah, pretty much. This is like so. Remember, like when you're in like elementary school and you just had like a bunch of random cards.
Yeah.
That made no sense. Okay, that's basically what this deck is. So like,
But
they
that at
give
least
you
there's some sort of idea behind this deck.
kinda not really.
I mean-
it's just let me get my number 20 on the field. That's all
Blaze
I'm asking.
Phoenix.
And Blaze Phoenix. That's all I'm asking for. You know. But yeah, so basically what I did was I took the structure decks, the starter decks, whatever the heck they're called.
Like the same thing.
Yeah. So there's one for like fusion summoning, one for synchro summoning, one for exceed summoning, one for pendulums, I think,
And then one for links.
But I was like, nobody likes pendulums, so I tossed that into the garbage.
That's the people who cried when Zoo format ended.
Good. I'm glad.
Or Pepe
We
format.
don't talk about Zoo. We don't like Zoo. We don't like Pepe here. Anyways. And then I was like, so what if I just start smashing crap together? And then that's what happened. And then the Feels Bad deck. And the reason why it's called Feels Bad also is because if you lose to it, you should just feel bad about yourself.
I would feel bad about
That's
myself.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I went so far with it. I'm so far into this meme of this stupid deck, okay, that I made a physical version of it. And I versed
true.
Gerard.
Have you ever won with it?
No, not yet. I've only played
In real
Gerard.
life, no.
I've only played Gerard thus far. I know if I play like Dan or Joe, they'll send me to the Shallow Realm.
Oof.
But that's
You'll,
fine.
no, you won't go to the Shadow Realm. You'll go to the
Upper room. But the funniest part of that duel, though, the first match was I played Big Shield Garnet in defense mode, and Gerard sees me doing some things, and he goes, "What is this deck? I don't understand." And then it's just my Big Shield Garnet face down, and he's like, "I don't want to attack it because I don't know what it's gonna do. I'm scared." And I'm like, "Gerard, just like." Because I don't give a shit because it's a hilarious deck. It's just literally a meme deck. And I'm like, Gerard, just freaking just do it, man. And then I flip it. It gets attacked, and I flip it. I was just like, see, it was just Big Sugar. He goes, what the hell?
What the hell?
And then what else? So there's that Magical Time.
Magical times.
And then what else am I playing? I dip in and out of WWE 2K20.
Southpaw Regional Wrestling just came out
I'm
this week.
excited.
Is the game still buggy?
Yes, not as buggy because they were working on it. It's not like what it should be, but it's workable.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I have
Eric
fun with
Rowan
it.
has his beard from entrance to end of match.
Sure, I don't play
There we
Eric
go.
Rowan. So
I'm
I don't
just
really give a crap.
because the meme was that look there's Eric Rowan, there goes his beard,
Oh, was that?
Yeah.
I'm sure it was. There was a lot of memes with that game in general.
or look everyone's in the middle is literally halfway in the ring.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've seen the ref like halfway in the ring.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's great. But I'm excited because, like Daly just said, the Southpaw Regional Wrestling DLC comes out actually technically tomorrow, the 7th. Yeah, because today's the 6th. So it comes out tomorrow. I'm excited to play as, oh my God, I don't remember what Rusev's character was. Whatever his character. It was basically Farmer with a shotgun, essentially. Because he was a farmer.
But here's the
But-
thing, will
but I'm
Chris Jericho's
excited.
character being there?
No, it's not. And then I hope Cena's character is
I think he's in there.
Oh, okay. Thank God. What a great commentator. him and Fandango. What a combination. When they both retire, they should just become the new commentators for Raw and SmackDown. 10 out of 10.
Just in character though.
No, yeah. They get
as,
dressed up and everything.
yeah.
Lance Catamaran and whatever the
Lance
other one,
Catamaran.
and whatever the other
Fandango's character was.
Yes. No, I thought Fandango was Lance. I don't remember.
No, because I remember, I always remember seeing it going like this, pointing
Oh
at
yes,
Lance
right.
Catamaran.
Yes, yes. And then dipping in and out also of Mario Kart 8 on Switch, which I got for Christmas. And then I remember the other day, I was like, oh yeah, I have this game.
I gotta try to get back into Smash. I want to try Byleth.
Yeah, I'm trying to
I-
get back into Fire Emblem for the Switch.
Yeah.
Three Houses.
I
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
downloaded Byleth, played a couple matches against it
It.
because I would swap between boy and girl. Not that it really matters for their fighting capabilities.
It's just one skin.
It's an okay
Two
character.
skins. It's different for a Fire Emblem character, which is,
Sure.
I think, the most important thing.
Yes. Thank God.
I'm just tight that they wasted that on a
Right.
that DLC
That's
on a
what,
Fire
that's what a
Emblem.
lot of people were like, look, like we get it. You got to push your freaking
Well, no, 'cause-
Three Houses game.
But here's the thing: like, what's his face said in an interview.
I don't know. What's his face?
Creator.
Sakurai?
Sakurai. Yes.
Yes.
Had a brain fart for a second.
That's
Sakurai
fine.
said in an interview that if he could choose the order things went out, he would have put Byleth first
Sure.
and then let it all be done. But like
Right.
Nintendo, while he got the one character he wanted, which was Terry,
Yes.
in that DLC,
Yes.
everything else was kind of like not his choice, and
Mm-hmm.
the order wasn't his choice. So it was like that's why like he was kind of like in the video, he was like, please don't be mad.
Yeah, right. Well, poor Sakurai.
Yeah, but like he said, like the next couple of he's gonna be like there's gonna be he kind of gave us like there's gonna be one Nintendo character and the rest are all gonna be
It's fun.
kind
I
of
mean,
new
like,
characters.
you can't. I'm not saying that it doesn't have to be a Nintendo character, right? I just think what put a lot of sourness, like Camp Easy says, that was the final character.
Yep.
And then also what got a lot of people pissed off was because the same day, the DLC for it's called Three Houses, right?
Yes,
Yes.
came out. Yeah,
Came out, and people were like, "Oh, this is why he's in the game is to promote the frickin' DLC. We got it, Nintendo."
a lot of the I think the even bigger problem
Yeah.
was that the Monday of that week,
Yes. With
the Devil May Cry Twitter account
Yes,
posted
yes.
like, "Yo, oh, this is an important day."
Yeah, and Dante was heavily rumored to be.
Yes.
in
Yes, and that
in
was-
Smash.
that was the
Dante's
moment.
Still heavily rumored.
Yeah.
And he'll be heavily rumored until they're like, nope, sorry, he died.
I mean, we have
It's still
season 2.
possible because how many Capcom characters do we have in Smash?
We have
Mega Man?
we have Ryu,
And Ryu and Ken, yeah,
Ken.
and that's it.
Yeah, I don't think we have anybody else.
So we
Unless
could
you count like assist trophies or spirits or
No,
anything like that.
it's
but
just
no.
the
Yeah, that's
character,
just
because-
those three.
because it's looking like they're gonna get like we're gonna get one new Nintendo character
Right.
and then one other contributor. So one Square Enix character,
Right.
one
You know, it'd
Capcom,
be hilarious for the
one
Capcom
Konami,
character.
one more Konami.
Because it would piss people off. I feel like, well, not that it piss people off, but they'd be like, "Oh, you're gonna put this over Dante?" They put Wily in one of his Wily machines.
But isn't he a boss or a trophy or something? Yeah.
I don't. That doesn't. Well, just because he's a trophy doesn't.
Well,
mean
no,
he
isn't
can't be
he?
a fighter.
No, he's a part. He shows up in the Mega Man stage.
Does he? I don't know.
I
I,
think
never
so.
played. What was it called? The World of Light. I think.
No idea.
No, it literally in his stage, like the normal stage.
Yeah. So.
So that has nothing to do with World of Light.
Oh, you mean the actual Mega Man stage?
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah. Again, so he can show up if he wants.
That's fair.
It's Wily.
That's
He
fair.
does what he wants. They
It'd
could
be
put.
funnier if they put Virgil or Nero instead of Dante. That'd be the funnier one.
I just like watching people get pissed off. Camp Easy. It's
Yeah.
fun to me. I like.
Sora for
assault.
Smash. We'll see.
I don't know
We'll
how
see.
that happened.
It would.
I feel like there's a lot of hoops that have to get jumped through for that one.
Mainly Disney's the biggest hoop. they gotta get
Disney's
through.
the only hoop because I think Square Enix has said that that decision doesn't fall on them because like his
Even though they're the ones that created him.
yes
Nomura created him, but I think Disney owns the character.
Well,
Oh,
it's
okay.
weird because Disney owns all of the Disney characters, obviously.
Naturally, we would hope so.
Square Enix owns all of the Sora, all of the Kingdom Hearts characters and Final Fantasy characters, in
We
there,
would hope so.
obviously. But they have Sora split down the middle
Oh, okay.
because he's the protagonist.
Now, does that also pertain to like the other like not Final Fantasy, Square Enix, or Square Enix? Listen, Final Fantasy or like Disney characters, so like Kyrie and all them.
No,
that
they're solely owned by Square Enix
So why is it that they're solely but Sora is shared?
because Sora's
Is
the
it
main.
be-
Sora's the main character.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's literally the only reason.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
So it's like they have all of their Disney characters and
Right.
half of Sora. They have all of the other Kingdom Hearts characters and Final Fantasy characters because there's only like 5 or 6 of them.
Right. So now, which half of sword are they on? Top half, left, right, up, down, square, diagonal?
They
Which way?
probably own
the shoes.
I was actually gonna say like split it in half,
Yeah. Which way though?
like
Across.
like from
Okay.
the waist,
Yes.
and then they own the bottom because he's got those big Mickey shoes.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
That's fair.
Yes.
I could just be like, all right, guys, we gotta divide up how we're gonna own half a sword.
Yeah.
All right, which half do you want? Well, which way do you want to go? You
Give me
wanna
his
go-
shoes.
Yeah, give me his shoes. Where's Dan? Dan?
Dan?
Was Dan the one that caused those issues earlier?
Oof.
I can't wait. On the topic of Kingdom Hearts, I can't wait for the DLC when it comes out this month for Xbox.
Yes.
Dude,
a lot
I
of.
can't wait for Kingdom Hearts 4 in like 20 years.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have to have a conversation with you, Camp PC, once
Uh-oh.
you've beaten everything.
Oh, he's
Sounds
gonna
good.
have a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Because
You know what happens in it, right?
yes, and to not spoil anything, we might be getting versus 13.
That's fine. Venom X, right?
Yes, no, literally versus 13.
I'm fine with that.
What's that got to do with Kingdom Hearts 4 daily?
Because
He's gonna have
The
like
creator.
an aneurysm
yeah,
right now.
no, the creator of that created Final Fantasy versus 13.
Oh, okay.
Then versus 13 was taken from him and became 15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when I meme that we're gonna get in like 20 years, it's like actually gonna be in like 20 years.
Probably more like 10-ish years because there's 2 other games in development, and then they're probably going to be like, here, you make this. You want to do this thing, mix it and change it a little bit and give it and put it in Kingdom Hearts, go right ahead.
I think Daly's just making excuses right now.
But
A lot of stuff there.
I can prove this more to you once you've beaten Remind,
Okay.
because
I'll
there
call
are
you.
details in Remind
yeah,
that prove this idea, and more of what I'll tell you off
sounds
Off air.
good.
off air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's exciting.
Um,
Versus
I got to get back into
what?
Data. I almost said Data Squad. Cyber
That's
Sleuth.
the anime daily.
The Digimon World Data Squad. That was a game.
Yeah, I never played that one.
It wasn't
But
bad.
continue. Cyber Sleuth.
I got to get back into the double Cyber Sleuth.
Yes, plus. It was a good game.
Gotta
Good games.
grind out all them mons.
Those freaking, I swear, I hate those stupid stat things.
I love
hate
it.
the ABI. I hate the...
ABI is a little too strict. I will say ABI is a bit too strict.
Yeah, and then what was the other thing? The, oh my God. What was the other stat that, like, you needed?
It was a friendship stat.
Yeah, something like that. Like, I get the friendship because Digimon's all about friendship.
Friendship is power.
That's how a lot of anime works.
And
but yeah,
Kingdom Hearts.
Yes. No, Kingdom Hearts, friendship, never heard of such a concept.
are you gonna play that mobile game that's coming out?
So, kind of, sort of, not really a spoiler, but you learn that Xehanort kind of chose the path he went on because someone sent him to go into the darkness.
I know who it was, Camp Easy.
And-
Ignoring that, continue.
Yes, ignore that. You probably can guess who it is. And when he comes back, that's when he kind of decides his plan. It happens just before his Mark of Mastery exam. So like the idea is that game is going to kind of like expand and show what that means,
Okay.
But why is that as a mobile game?
because it's easy to make, and if they made it for the consoles,
Yeah.
it would take 5 years because the Final Fantasy team
Yeah.
is split in 2.
Yes.
Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy. That's why it
Yes.
takes forever to get Final Fantasy games as well, when it used to take like 5 years for each
And there was
one.
a time when Nomura was hands-on with the versus 13/15 and Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yes, and
And-
Final Fantasy 7 Remake. He's
Yeah.
the only original member of the team left.
Oof.
Oh,
That's
Big
why
yikes.
he starts everything, it's like he starts everything, draws characters, kind of gets the base story.
wasn't
It's just somebody else.
I thought he was forced to step down for 15 because of
He
3
was-
and
he wa-
7.
And well, he was forced to drop 7 because of 3. But it was taken from him allegedly because his story was too convoluted.
Convoluted? In these
Tetsuya
games?
Nomura?
Never heard of it.
Tetsuya Nomura writing
heard of
a complex story in a video game. Anyone ever played Final Fantasy VII after playing Crisis Core? Hello?
Remember, he was originally a character designer.
He was
I
a
believe
character
it.
designer that just went, "No, these are really good ideas. Where are you going to keep going with this?" And they went, "You want me to keep going?" Okay, I'll keep going.
You're just like, wait, that's not what we intended. Okay.
Well, no, because say what you will, like his stories, even if they are super complex, they're really good.
They are.
And like the games that the one game that came out that was not like his, quote unquote his, that didn't have any of his designs, he didn't have any control over, which was 12, was not as well received as any other ones. It does now because like, you know, people look back on it and really enjoy it because of what it was and what it does. But like at the time, people were like, "Oh my God, this doesn't feel like it at all." This felt like kind of shoehorning one game into the mainline series, so people look at all the old stuff that it's connected to.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So,
A lot of moving parts. It sounds like.
Very, very interesting things are coming.
Yep.
I'm excited. I
can't wait.
almost completely spoiled Keith. Last night I watched the video and I sent it to him, and then I was like, no, don't watch it. I deleted it. I removed the message on Messenger. Don't read it. Why respond to me? Don't look at it. No. And then he was like, no, I didn't watch it. I'm cool. Thank you for catching yourself before I watched it.
I love Keith. What a great man.
But yeah, gotta get back into that. I'm trying again to play through 15 because of all of this.
You see, I like 15. My least favorite, I haven't beaten it, but my least favorite is the combat.
The combat, I feel like I've said it before on the show and off the show. Just do it the way Final Fantasy VII's remake is gonna do it. You want action? Here's the action. You want traditional? Here's traditional.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about making any weird, hybrid. You can play it super fluid stuff like that, or you can play where you get like this wait time and you can like plan everything out. And it's like, why can't you just do one or the other? Why do you got to try to like mash the two of them together?
Because they like to make you feel bad about yourself.
I feel like they're trying to like
appeal to both sides.
Yeah, I first I thought they were just going to try and segue out of JRPG in general and just make it more action based like Kingdom Hearts.
But that's the thing. It's like Kingdom Hearts already does that. It makes them that money, so like I think they should do it the way Persona does it. Persona and the Megami Tensei games in general, which is we have our mainline game, like Shin Megami Tensei. Then we have Persona, which is our offshoot, which is super what people want to see. It's flashy stuff like that. It's dark, but it's not too dark. And then you have Shin Megami Tensei, which is like by the time you really start playing the game, the world has ended.
Everyone is dead.
The end times have happened. Super religious stuff. Demons and angels are all over the place, and monsters and all that stuff. And somehow you're just happen to be the chosen one.
Of course.
Either the Messiah, some sort of half demon person, whatever, and you need to fix it.
As it goes.
Yes, as it goes, and then that plays into the theory that the entire SMT verse, which revolves around Persona as well, goes into a massive reset every time there's a new SMT game.
Interesting.
I see.
There's a lot of moving parts
In
the connections of these games. Yes.
Crap. That
JRPGs are super in-depth with story and interconnection, which I love, and I understand why people don't like.
That's why I like a lot of RPG games in general, just because storyline, they're great.
That's the difference between Western RPGs and Japanese RPGs, is that Western RPGs will have a good story, but they'll kind of focus everything else.
Right. Yeah.
While
Western RPGs are much more open than JRPGs.
They are the definition of open world. So then you have JRPGs that are smaller, more contained. You have stuff you can do, but it's not like you have to unlock the ability to do all this other stuff, but the focus is the story.
Yeah, like I understand why people like the turn-based mechanic of JRPGs. I personally am not a fan of it. I like to be in control when I'm fighting, but I can see why some people like it.
It's fair.
That's
why Camp Peasy hasn't played Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu.
Even though he owns it, it's still wrapped.
And it's in that case, my case that where you can keep all the little discs. I don't know what they're called, so I'm just going to call them discs. But I still haven't put it in the cartridges. Thank you. But I still haven't put it in my Switch.
All right, we got progress.
So we're gonna remember when his name
out of the plastic.
Remember his name in the group chat when it was I've watched the preliminaries or whatever it was.
Yeah.
We're gonna change your name to.
No, it has to stay the one that's currently.
Yes, I know, but at some point we have to change it to we've unwrapped the plastic.
When I catch another shiny and go though, it's going back to that one.
Oof.
Who says we're gonna let it happen? No.
Yeah,
I mean, there's Community Day coming up on the 22nd, I believe. It's Rhyhorn, so I don't know if you count those.
Yeah.
Because those technically, you're allowed to get, so.
What else?
I don't know, man. What else you talked a lot. Daly
I did.
just,
I wasn't. I was
Daly's
planning on
just
giving you guys a
motor
lot.
machine today.
You guys are informative information. I'm not good at
He's just
informative.
He's just
I
like.
I
know
can't
what I
talk
like.
right now.
Yeah,
I know what I
that's
like,
fine.
and when I
Daly's
get to
just
talking,
like. Daly was just like, "Hey, you want information? Let me just vomit it all over you."
I mean, you were like that too with Pokemon earlier
That's fair.
and
fair.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's fair.
that's fair. But
Understandable.
I got to get back into Pokemon. I got to get back into. You continue. Yes.
I gotta get back into once I figure out how to fix this problem. Fallout 3. Because the issue with the issue with Fallout 3, I don't know if it's with all versions, but I know for the Steam version, it's not it is not optimized for Windows 8, 9, and 10. Like there's a way you can do it, but it's very complex. But I've heard a lot of cases where that's just the Steam version, and other like the main base game works fine.
Okay.
So I gotta figure out if that's true because I have the Game of the Year Steam version.
Okay.
And for a while, it worked fine for me, but then I got a new computer like a month ago because they stopped supporting Windows 7 Windows, and now it's just not working. So I got to figure out.
That's a big struggle. Look at Daly. He's already like, hold on, I got you. He pulled out.
Because I'm trying to figure out how I got it to work.
Really?
Yeah, like there's a way. It's just a process.
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, there's a lot of like workarounds to get things to work.
It would just be nice if they could optimize it because Fallout 3 is one of the most successful games.
It's the most successful of the Fallout games. Next to New Vegas.
Yeah, it's fair.
Full circle.
It's fair.
Yep.
When did we talk about New Vegas?
When he talked about Outer Worlds.
Oh.
Yep.
I feel like that was so long ago.
It does feel like forever ago.
Yeah, it feels like we just went on like this long journey.
We went on a
And then
journey.
Daly was just like, "Hey, remember this thing we talked about like literally like however long ago?"
The year is 2020, which is the year of bringing back the bringing it back.
Yep. I saw something, going back to Final Fantasy VII. I saw something you shared it in our group that Final Fantasy VII exclusivity is going to last until 2021.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't read the exclusivity and thought the whole game was delayed to April 2021. And I was about to be
yes, please get this one guy I watch on YouTube so mad, please, for the love of God.
Spicy.
Whatever.
I forgot that I even put that in there until you just said because you were like, "Oh, you put that thing in the group chat," and I'm like, "I put a lot of stuff in a lot of different group chats."
Yes,
man.
you do.
But I'm glad they have a hard date on it though now.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of just a floating date. So
Dates can't float.
it's like a float. There's a number float.
I don't know.
In programming, it does.
Does it? Oh yeah.
Or,
I don't know. I'm not that hardcore of a programmer.
That's
I
fair.
do web design daily. All right.
Aren't you computer science?
Information management technology with a focus on web design. Get it right.
All right, fair enough.
I said that to you with like such like ferocity. I'm sorry.
You got so offended.
What am I looking at daily?
what I wrote.
Do I need to be connected to
No.
the internet?
No one's gonna know what you're talking about right now.
I didn't want anyone to, but this one I had to literally point to it
Fair enough.
when I said, "What did I write?"
To be fair, okay, he's showing me his phone, Campese, right? And it's got like 4 different things on there. How am I supposed to know which one he's freaking? I'm not that smart all the time, right? Leave me alone.
That's fair.
So, ooh, dying real quick. Sorry about
That's
that.
fun.
So, Campese, what games are you looking forward to start playing that maybe they're already out, been out, going to be coming out? All those things.
Pretty much like the ones we discussed like on our first episode, like Final Fantasy VII. Really looking forward to that. I'm even more excited after the trailer that came out. What was it, last week?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just after we put it out, and then like the next day, it was like that Friday. We put
Isn't
out
that
our
the typical like
Good timing.
we finished
news?
Yeah.
Person issue that I always see with so many people is like, oh, hey, we're going to put this news video. Oh, hey, there's new information. Oh, but I just put out the video. Well, crap, here we go again.
Here we go again.
But yeah, I can't wait for that. Can't wait for Cyberpunk. They pushed it back to September, which is fine.
People are saying they pushed it back so that they have a crossover point with next gen.
That's fair.
That's
Dying Light 2, because I was a fan of the first game, but we have no idea when that's coming out now. They like removed its release date entirely.
I know. I don't think you've played it or whatever, but it's. I'm excited because Neo 2 is coming out.
I've heard of it.
It's take Ninja Gaiden and like the difficulty of Ninja Gaiden,
Yes.
and then mix it with Dark Souls.
I like ninjas.
I see.
The first game was you're a Irish samurai.
Oh, yes. What
And-
a combo.
Yes. Well,
If there's any combo in the world, that would be it.
I liked it.
That's fair.
But
No,
that
I'm
has
not. I'm not
nothing to-
knocking it as
well,
a bad
I-
thing. I just think it's hilarious.
I mean, Code Vein's like Dark Souls, but if it was an anime, so
can we
Also, like medieval
sidebar?
vampires.
Can we just like? I hope for the future of gaming, just in general, can we like just move away for a little bit from doing like the kind of like Dark Souls type games?
Money though.
I understand.
You gotta understand, a lot of these games have been in development for a while, so
No,
it's
no,
like they.
I understand.
So
that.
like
It's
you
just,
might
like-
get like 6 years of it, even
Right.
though like
right, but I feel like that's going to
other games
cause
are moving on.
things to become a little bit stale.
That's fair. But
You
that's
know?
why like Neo is really good because it has that core, like, okay, you kill enemies, you get your experience. Oh, you died, you drop your experience and you can pick it back up. But if you don't pick
Right.
it up again and you die, then
It's
that's
gone.
gone. It has that loop, but it also has like the like the super massive skill tree and all of this different stuff, and like you have different combos you can do and stuff like that. So it crafts like 2 different games together,
Gotcha.
and it does actually a pretty good job of it.
Okay. Cool.
Code Vein's a bit more of a traditional Dark Souls kind of game, like Souls-like, as it's called. The genre is now known as Souls-like.
Is it
just
really?
like how Death Stranding's the first Strand type game.
That's
You mean
its own.
boring type game? Oh, sorry, what?
Not wrong.
Ow. Ooh,
I'm
just
glad
heard-
I didn't get it
just
after
heard-
watching Video Game Donkey's review of the game. Like his reviews are parodies, but they
Yes.
they are accurate if you really think about it.
Sometimes they can be extremely accurate. Other times they're not.
I love
But,
Donkey. Daly hates Donkey.
I don't hate Donkey. It's just I
Well,
don't find his humor
disliked.
funny.
He's hilarious.
Immaculate. What a guy.
It's one thing to make fun of a game. It's one thing to make fun of a problem with a game that they didn't know was coming. That's like making fun of. That's like making fun of a game that you had a week of
Yeah.
because you had early access to it,
Sure.
Are you
and making fun of it before the day 1 patch that fixed everything.
are you referring to his review of Mass Effect Andromeda?
No, because I
I
believe
think he's talking about Star Wars. Maybe.
I don't watch any of it. I'm just saying in
I don't
general.
know. Oh, okay. Never mind then.
But,
Ignore
like-
all those questions then.
But like just in general, it's like it's one thing to have a game that you had access to
Sure.
and then make fun of it because of what you're given early before like they can put out a patch for everyone else to fix.
Right. At the same time.
I'm talking about like from a comedy sense.
Yeah. No.
From
No.
like because like a lot
I
of people
understand.
like if you look at like a lot of the big reviewers, IGN and stuff like that, they'll say after a massive day 1 patch comes out,
Yes.
this is our review based on what we had for like the past month.
Sure, I understand that. My counter, and this is just generally speaking, not just as a defense for Donkey. Or
I'm not saying it's Donkey. I'm just saying in
No,
general.
I know. I'm speaking also in generality. Games shouldn't need day 1 patches.
I agree,
Yeah.
but it's just so normal now.
I know, and that's a problem. I feel.
Because they can ship it out and then be like, okay, we did it.
Right.
Just work on the game.
right, and I feel that's an issue.
Does it have to do with like
Shipping dates.
yeah,
need-
but like when it compared to like because I know Final Fantasy 15 had this too, like where they wanted to make the Western release and the Japanese release like as close as possible.
They were on the same day, and that probably was part of the myriad of problems with 15. And it's just development cycle. But the idea now is that you have to make, and regardless of who makes the game, you have to make the disc sale date. So you do what you can, get it to the disc sale date, and then you have like a month and a half, 2 months to get that day 1 patch done.
Right.
Because now you have the time. You don't have to worry about, okay, this is our massive deadline.
Right, yeah. I just
Cyberpunk's
think-
definitely going to have a day 1 patch.
It's definitely going to need a day 1.
and now and especially since they're crunching now.
Yeah.
If you know what crunching means, they're basically going to be everyone's going to be working overtime on this
Yes.
game.
Oh yeah, big time,
Big pay.
big pay.
Not
Hey,
really.
Any other games you're looking forward to, Campese? What
Um,
about games that have been out for a little while that maybe we haven't played?
Persona 5.
Okay.
I got that for Christmas last year, but I got a bunch of other games. I was focused on them. It's still wrapped up in in the box.
I'm going to
But
tell you this.
I am going to get to it one day.
I will tell you this. If you need a game that makes you like turn-based RPG, that Persona will probably be it because it makes you feel like you're always doing something. Everyone's interacting, stuff like that.
Interesting.
And it's a lot more casual friendly than the other ones because
Nice.
the outside of combat stuff was very strict and rigid in what you did and what you didn't have to do, but now it's kind of free flowing and you don't have to be so strict to your timetable.
I like the two worlds it has. Like there's
Yes.
the day world and then there's the night world.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's very
all of the
Zelda.
games have that system.
Yeah. There's like
All the
a lot.
Persona
There's a
games. The
lot
last-
to do. I
all
know.
the 3 through 5 have that system.
That's a very Zelda thing. The like the light world and dark world type
Well,
thing.
it's less of a light world and dark world and more of a world and like the dreams of people you're in.
Right. Yeah.
To put it,
Well, I
like,
think that's also
plainly.
gonna because Campese is a big Zelda fan,
Okay.
and that's
fair.
like a pretty
fair.
solid
Fair.
part of
It's fair.
Zelda games.
Yeah.
You know, so
fair.
I feel like
It's
that'll make you feel comfortable.
I probably
while
will.
playing it,
If
you
it's
know.
like that, or in a way similar to that, I'll
Yeah.
probably enjoy this.
Yeah, each of the dungeons are kind of in their own little bubble world,
That's fine.
Interesting, cool.
which
Yes.
expands into the greater. I'm not even gonna get into.
Yeah, we don't need full deep lore on all these
Yeah.
games daily.
Ain't got time
How
for that.
how they all connect together, and they're all connected to one massive hell.
I think Campese for Daly's birthday, we should all chip in and buy him like a big old whiteboard with like the expo markers and stuff, and just watch him do this. But then like leave him and then come back in like 3 hours and then see what
You
happens.
could
He'll be
probably
like that-
put a camera up and just
And, like,
record
time-lapse
me
it.
go.
I forget the actor, but it'll be like that guy who has like the board behind him.
Charlie, whatever from
Oh, Charlie Day.
yeah.
He
from,
was in he was in a Horrible Bosses.
yeah,
Yes.
And he just looks
Sonny.
like he's
Yeah, yeah.
crazy
Sonny
from.
yeah from Sunny in Philly.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Daily, get the title right. I'm
sorry.
degenerate.
I'm sorry.
No X.
Yeah. How about you, Johnny? What are you looking forward to?
So video game wise, right now, as far as new stuff that piques my interest, I'm looking forward to MLB 20, the show. Mm-hmm. I'm a big video game sports boy.
I think that's the first one that's not going to be on. It's not going to be exclusive.
Correct. It's the
I'm excited.
first time that the series is not exclusive. So I'm looking, even though like yes, is it the same stuff every single year with like slightly updated graphics? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I still enjoy it. Have a little bit of fun. I like to break the video game. Yeah, I like to be winning like 50-2.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
It's fair.
I enjoy it. This year, I'm doing a new road to the show. I'm not going to be continuing as myself. I'm going to be using a new character.
New boy.
Yeah, new boy. I don't know who yet. I might model after somebody. I might just make up a whole new character. I don't know. That's part of the fun.
Tostino Maine.
No, Totino Maine does not play baseball daily. How dare you? Don't ever insult our boy Totino Maine in this household.
Well, I said Tostino Maine.
He's just continuing to.
He's
insult
the
me.
off-brand
Can't
version.
I'm just okay.
Who hired
So,
this guy?
I don't know, but Campese, I'm going to need you
The
to do me a
committee did.
favor. When you're driving this man home,
Mhm.
right? Okay. When you get to like a really open section of the road,
Yes.
I'm going to need you to just like reach over, open his door, and just push him out. Okay.
That's a lot of work since the door
That's
is
a
like
lot of
on the
work.
other side. It'll leave room for him to defend himself.
I believe in you.
Okay.
You have the.
It is
power.
my car, so I have ways.
Yeah, that's
so
what
I
I'm
have
saying.
ways.
You'll know when the time is right.
You have the
I believe in
emergency
you.
eject button.
Sure, he probably does. So there's that game. What else? It's not a new game that's coming out, but I'm meaning to play it. I have it downloaded on my PlayStation. I want to play God of War 4.
That's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
It's-
fun game. I haven't.
It's the best God of War game.
Yeah, I've never played God of War. I've only like either watched other people play it or just like watched.
It
like,
kind of
the
plays a lot
cinematics.
different than the old God of War games.
Yeah, that I know because like it's a whole new combat system.
It focuses more on story than the others.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a much greater focus on
Yes.
story.
And then I also want to play through the Batman Arkham games, just because like I really enjoyed what the Spider-Man PS4 game was.
Yeah. Arkham City's my favorite out of all of them.
So
I
I,
like
wanted to play through those because
Arkham
those are another set of games I've never
Asylum.
played through.
I personally like Arkham Asylum just because I like the idea of having your setting, and it could be a big setting,
Right.
like open setting, but I
Right,
just
but
like
at
the
the
idea
same
of
time,
having
like, you're
the setting.
confined.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's interesting
because like Arkham City felt kind of like, oh, well, now Arkham is now just like half the city.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. And then I don't think there's any other stuff right now. I'll look into Digimon Survive. I don't know if I'm gonna play it just because
Yeah,
I'm
don't.
not like really tactical like that.
I gotta see it because it's one thing if the combat is a tactical game and then all the other stuff is normal for Digimon, then I'm in.
That's fair.
Because there's no real. The difference is that okay, now you are moving on a board
Right.
instead of they're all just standing there
Yeah.
moving like this.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
just dancing
idly.
a little bit, idly
Yeah.
dance.
I mean, for me, it won't matter because my boy Monmon's not in there. It's just they continue to disrespect me. I've given up daily.
You should give up
I have.
only because you should just play Digimon Dawn
Yeah.
because at least he's an NPC.
But you know what, Dale? I can't play as him. All right? It's not the same, damn it. eventually, Daily, what we're gonna do is eventually we're gonna actually defeat Digimon World 3, and like we'll
We're
actually
gonna actually do it. We're gonna have to.
We're gonna actually meet.
You know what we should do? We play that Sonic game we played back in
Sonic 06.
Sonic 06.
Oh, that was a time.
That was a time.
I don't know if I want to go through that game. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Don't worry. I'll play the entire game. I'll have trouble with Silver. You'll play, and he's like, no use for Silver, bitch.
That was a great video. I don't know where that video ended
It's
up.
still sitting. It's on Facebook.
Is it?
It's sitting on Facebook
All right, I
somewhere.
guess we're gonna have to do. I guess I'm gonna have to do a deep dive one of these days.
I'll do a deep dive through my Facebook. Download it.
Oh
And give it to you.
baby, oh baby, I'm excited.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, Daily. One of these days we'll actually play through Digimon World 3,
Well,
and then we'll actually get past the stupid freaking forest.
We'll play all the good Digimon World games.
Well, 4 doesn't count, so
Well, 3,
yeah,
DS,
sure,
Dawn, Dusk, either one,
yeah.
or you play one.
You
I
know,
play the other.
technically, Digimon World for the DS is technically not supposed to be a Digimon World game.
Really,
Yeah, they actually localized it as Digimon World because of the name.
really.
Yeah, and then Digimon World 4 happened. They're like, okay, now let's not do that anymore.
So,
They're like, oops.
whoops.
So, Daily, what do you got coming down the pipeline?
Neo 2. I'm excited for that. Final Fantasy 7 remake.
Mm-hmm.
Just solely because of the idea that the story's different. Something's changed. Also, just for you to know, do you want to know why Crisis Core and Dirge of Cerberus are not canon?
Why?
Because there is one character who is based on the Japanese actor and musician Gats.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
His likeness is used for the character.
Oh,
He no
big
longer has a
yikes.
good relationship with Square Enix,
Big yikes.
so they don't want to pay him to reference anything he's about. And the only excuse they have to reference any character that are in those 2 games is if they existed in other games. So Zack existed outside of the game. Vincent, Tifa, Yuffie, Cloud, all of them were outside, having it reference outside, so they can do it. But, a lot of the characters that were introduced in those games that people like, sorry.
That's rough.
It's rough. So yeah, I'm
for that
excited for
guy.
that. I'm excited for Neo 2. I'm excited. Pokemon DLC, I'm excited.
Well, I wouldn't count the DLC only because it's still the same game.
Well, DLCs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're excited for
Right.
DLC.
Sure. I'm just talking about different games in general.
What games am I excited for? I'm excited to really just deep dive in Pokemon.
He's just trying to change the rules on me, can't be.
Listen.
I mean, I talked about Kingdom Hearts Remind. That's
fine.
like the same thing.
Yeah, but I like you. Sorry, Daily, not sorry.
Hypocrisy is real.
Ah, shoot. Shit, dude.
So,
What else?
honestly, I'm just excited. I'm going to be going back and playing through some of the old games. I'm going to be going back and playing Crisis Core, just because that's my favorite Final Fantasy 7 thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because, Crisis Core made me fall in love with 7. The story of Zack made me want to, take 7 super seriously and, do everything and beat everything. Just because, what would the world be like if Zack survived?
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Interesting. Ooh, Daily idea.
Yeah?
Now, this isn't a game that exists, but what we should do, and then we'll play it. We'll make our own. We'll get RPG Maker.
Yeah.
We'll make our own Pokemon ROM hack.
Okay, let's put that on the list between the one I was personally doing,
Yes.
the one you were doing with everybody else, and
Yeah.
and then we can do the one just with 2 of us. And
mean,
then the other one we were also talking about.
Oh, okay. So then the one that we were talking about, we'll just do that one. But we'll
Alrighty.
we'll redefine
We'll
it.
rework it?
I don't
Okay.
even remember what we were doing for that one.
So the one that you guys were working on.
No, not the one that we were
I know.
doing.
I'm saying just
Yes.
stray thought.
Yes.
Can I officially be a part of it and not be the guy stuck in the cave? Is like, I want to be a part of this, but they didn't let me.
We're gonna have to consult the
High Lord Dan,
the High Council.
I
the
almost
committee.
we might replace you altogether and just put Campese and make him like the final secret boss or something.
I almost
Campese.
got RPG Maker.
There's RPG Maker, and then there's
There's a bunch of versions of it.
there's
There's
Play
that,
RPG
there's-
Maker games, and then there's Make RPG Maker.
Yeah, and then there's also Essentials or something.
Well, you need Pokemon Essentials
yes,
too.
Pokemon Essentials. That's what it was. I knew it was something.
Yes,
All exciting things.
all very exciting things.
We're
You
gonna
guys-
have like 85 million different Pokemon.
we're gonna have all the Pokemon.
I got it.
We're gonna have Megas. We're gonna have
Can you make your-
Z-moves,
can
and
you-
we're gonna have Gigantamaxing.
Sure.
Can you make your own Pokemon with this?
Yeah, but you have
Yes.
to have you have to literally be able to tile set.
Right. You also
and, like,
need to
know
know
how to
how to
do all
like
that stuff.
sprite. You know what I mean? Well, depending on
Animations.
which Pokemon game you're using as a base, but generally like the older ones. So like, I'll say like pre.
Emerald. Let's say Emerald. 'cause
Yeah,
That's the one
so
I
that's
like
like the
most.
Generation 3 games: Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire, Red, Leaf, Green. You really need to know how to sprite. You know what I mean?
What does sprite mean?
You know
Like-
the little like icons of the characters. You
Yeah.
know, like when you
Yeah,
when
those
you
are
see like
sprites.
the Pikachu and
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
That's the sprite.
All
you
right.
know?
Or like
Yeah.
your old world character, that's a sprite.
Right.
The battle character when you throw the Pokeball, that's a sprite.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
Pokemon you see, everything is a sprite.
Right. Ooh. You know it's gonna be a hidden Pokemon
What?
in our game daily? Venustoys.
Venustoys?
Yeah.
I don't know what Venustoys is.
You don't remember? Okay. So I'll reset the stage for you.
You can tell me later.
No, it's right now. Might as well. You just asked me on air, so I might as well answer it. So, original Pokemon anime.
Okay.
Right? I don't remember the episode number or the name or whatever, but they're in this. There's like this little festival going on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And there's this I think it's actually called Maiden at the Sea or something like that, because it involves
Okay.
a maiden who's waiting for her sailor boyfriend, husband, whatever he was to her. Yes, that boy.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Now I have an image of it. Okay.
Yes.
It's
Hang
weird.
on, let me finish
It's
the
weird.
story. Might as well finish it now. So there's like this spirit, right?
Okay.
And it's going around
I'm with
doing
you so
stuff.
far.
So it ends up being revealed that the spirit was a Ghastly.
Okay.
So while they're battling the Ghastly, at some point Ash is like, "Oh, okay, 1-on-1 isn't working. So I'm gonna throw out 2 Pokemon." So he throws out Squirtle and Bulbasaur. So Ghastly, because this Ghastly can talk, because of course it can. Because Pokemon
course.
sometimes just like be like, "Oh yeah, our Pokemon can speak English."
Why not?
Whatever.
Why
Sure.
not?
Humans speak easy.
Easy peasy lemon squeeze.
That's what I'm saying. So he was just like, "Oh well, to combat Squirtle and Bulbasaur, I'll just use their fully evolved forms, Blastoise and Venusaur. But then I'm gonna go one step further and I'm gonna fuse them together."
Even further beyond.
And they almost step for step kind of do the Dragon Ball Z fusion dance pose thing.
Which is probably on purpose.
Oh yeah, no, it was 100% on purpose. So we're gonna make that a thing,
Okay.
100%.
Alrighty then.
It's gonna be terrible,
Horrible.
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 So
Oh, another thing I'm looking
Yes.
forward to. I think you'll be looking forward to this as well, Daily. The Fairy Tale game.
Yes. I'm excited
Yeah,
for that.
it wasn't what I was expecting it to be, which is disappointing. But it's still, I think it'll still be a good game.
what were you expecting it to be?
The way
Just out
they
of
were
curiosity.
promoting it, it sounded like it was going to be like
A character creator.
character creator,
Yeah.
you're your own mage, join Fairy Tale type thing. But no, you're playing as the main characters of
Yeah.
Fairy Tale, which is fine.
Which is fine. It's not bad.
But I like games where I could create. I like games where I could create my own character.
Yeah,
I've always
fair.
thought it'd be good to have one like that in the Fairy Tale
Yes.
universe.
And that's why the WWE video games are the best, because you can literally create any wrestler you want.
Yep.
Anything, anybody. You want to make Mario?
20.
Do it.
Yeah, that's
You
my
want to make Donkey Kong? Do it.
that's also my criticism of Outer World. The creator character system is not my favorite.
It's fair.
Yeah, it's very basic.
Yeah.
You want to make Shinsuke Nakamura fuse with SpongeBob SquarePants? You're freaking weird, first of all. But go ahead and do it.
I mean, I've seen worse on the community creations.
Oh, I know. The community creations,
I've seen stuff you'd see on DeviantArt.
I know. While
They probably
there's a
took it
lot
from
of
DeviantArt.
yes, while there's a lot of good in the community creations, there's also a lot of that's just like, oh no.
Yep.
Somebody thought that this was a good idea. But then again, if we didn't have community creations, we wouldn't have the captains of the drinks.
No, we
all right?
wouldn't.
You wouldn't have your boy Captain Fanta, Captain Coke, or Sprite, any
course.
of them.
Are they back in 2K20?
I don't remember
Almost
if I have
all
all
of
of them. But
Almost
I
all of
do have
core.
like the very easy way of doing it. I just need to get Photoshop on
Fair
my
enough.
computer.
Or
So,
the core cast is there.
I think so. I don't remember
Coke,
spelling all
Sprite,
of it.
Mountain, not Mountain Dew, Monster,
Yes.
Milk.
Milk.
Milton's Milk Balls.
Yes. That wow. Oh. That was a
Oh.
callback and a half. Jesus
Bringing it back.
Christ.
But what else am I looking forward to?
I don't know. I didn't know Daily had eyes to look, Camp Easy. That's why
I'm blind,
so-
so I'm looking for looking for the ability to see.
wow. Well,
But yeah, that's really it.
yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think we
Uh,
covered that.
Yeah, I think we covered pretty much everything. Any other things we want to leave off with before ending today's episode, boys?
If we don't want to be splicing hairs, I'm also looking forward to the new update to Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, what's in this update?
This new update's gonna have more story about what the main cast is going through, and then it's gonna have it's gonna continue the story of what's happening in the while they're in one place, what the other characters are going through. So like one of the things that they're gonna do is fight Ruby Weapon.
Okay.
From Final Fantasy VII, Ruby Weapon.
Yeah, I've heard.
So they're gonna be doing that, and that's gonna be fun. They showed off one of the new raid bosses, and the entire point of this raid is like they're recreating like the mega spirits from their world for this world.
Yep.
So like they've created like Leviathan, Titan. They've remade Ramu and Ifrit, and they look really cool.
Oh, if it's in the game?
Yeah.
Nice.
Ifrit's always in the game.
Ooh, spicy. I don't know who he's talking about.
Demon of fire that you can summon.
Oh, cool.
Or a beast.
I was hearing raids and megas, and I was like, oh, Pokemon.
Did I say mega?
Yeah, I think.
I don't think I said mega.
I think he said mega.
I don't know.
He might have. I don't remember. Somebody roll it back in and let us know in the comments.
Play
Yep.
it back.
Bring it back. So I think that's gonna wrap us up. Yes.
I think
Yeah.
I think we're done.
So yeah. So guys, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Let us know in the comments section. Number one, what you thought of the episode. Did you
Yes,
like
of
it?
course.
Did you
And
not
also
like
let
it?
us know what you're looking forward to or
Yes.
what you're
Yes.
playing right
Yeah.
now.
Campese literally stealing the words right out of
Let
my
me
mouth.
know
You're welcome.
if everything I've said is full of shit.
Yep. Wouldn't
Yeah,
be the
please.
first time he's
It
full
wa-
of shit. So yeah.
You're right.
Don't be afraid to call out daily.
Nothing I say is right.
That's true.
I just spew lies.
That's fine. You know.
For all you know, that statement could have been a lie.
That's true. We just kind of we don't script any of this. We just kind of talk off the cuff.
Very much off the cuff.
This is very much just like what we do when we're in the car going back to dailies at night.
Yeah, we just
Honestly.
decided to
do
slap.
anything.
We just decided to slap microphones on and be
Yeah,
like, let's
pretty
let everyone hear what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
right.
We're actually recording currently in a car right now,
Yeah.
driving home.
Yes, we are.
Oh god. Meanwhile, everybody's like, I hate these guys.
Not the case at all.
Everybody's like, why do we listen to these people? But no, seriously, guys, thank you for listening.
Yeah,
if you
so
enjoyed
much.
it,
Thank
give
you
us
if
a-
you've stuck with us this long.
Yes, give
6
us a
episodes,
big
6 weeks.
old blue thumbs up if you
Hit
enjoyed
that
it.
subscribe button.
Yeah, if it's red, make it gray.
Yes.
There's that little bell thing next to it. Hit
Please.
that.
Won't you ring my bell?
No. Dale is making it weird now.
Hey.
Check us out on our socials: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the good
All
stuff.
that will be in the comment section below.
The description. not
Description
the
below.
comment
Whatever.
section.
Same.
As
same.
you can tell,
Yep.
Daly knows how we set these things up, Campese. As you can clearly
I
see.
listen like
When in reality, all he does is just show up.
in reality I just show up and barf information
That's fair.
and
I feel like
make
at
the Facebook.
I feel like at the end of the day, that's all we really do is we just show up and we just barf out crap.
Pretty much.
But seriously, all right.
Yeah.
I think
The
it's actually
reservoir of
gonna,
knowledge.
for like the actual third time now. We're gonna end this. So tune in next week where we're gonna be talking about probably some other interesting things. Who knows?
We might be doing our review of Birds of Prey.
Yep.
I didn't even consider that. This
Yeah.
one just again it's just spitting the knowledge. Can't be easy.
Well,
Please end.
Well, with that, we'll see you next week. We'll let you know what we'll be talking about next week.
Yes.
Thank you guys and take care.
Bye bye.